I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your Bullish Bit brought to you by BitcoinWell.com, the simplest and quickest way to buy Bitcoin in the US or Canada and get it directly into your own self-custody. Check them out today at the links down below.
I think something that's cool about the parallel economy is what we're really talking about is the emergent properties of money. And what we've seen when money has failed in the past is, like you're saying, like something else becomes the money, whether it's cigarettes or whatnot. And in a case like that, cigarettes would become money because they accurately perform the functions of money. Where we're at now, there isn't really a reason for any large scale economy to adopt cigarettes because Bitcoin has already competed cigarettes as money. And we're seeing right now, kind of with more and more currencies sort of on the brink of failure or in the midst of failure. You know, we're seeing places like Lebanon and Venezuela and whatnot where the currency is all but useless and has lost, 90+% of its value in a pretty short period of time. And in a lot of those cases, what they're actually adopting now is the US dollar. And so in those cases, the US dollar is outcompeting Bitcoin as the best money that they can use there. And in a lot of ways, that's a short-sighted view. But I think we're going to get to a point in the not too distant future where Bitcoin starts to compete with the US dollar in a very meaningful way at scale for money in places where the existing fiat currency has collapsed. And the interesting thing as well is that, when you're talking about the re-centralization, the reorganization of the economy, and suddenly cigarettes get outcompeted by a new fiat, it's very easy for that fiat to outcompete the cigarettes because they're not actually a very good form of money. And when you get a properly centralized fiat system, it is going to be pretty good at transacting. It's going to be efficient. It's going to be fungible. It's going to do a terrible job of storing your value, but it's going to perform all the other functions of money quite well. And I think we'll be in a spot where, coming out of that sort of decentralized failure zone of a currency, Bitcoin is already there and then is still there. And so in order to bring in a new form of fiat, you're going to have to either use tremendous violence or outcompete Bitcoin, which is going to be a harder and harder thing to do.